Surely everyone goes around like a mere phantom. In vain they rush about, heaping up wealth without knowing whose it will finally be. Ouch. That kind of cuts, because that sounds a little bit like the culture that we live in. That sounds like the life that many of us live. You go out and you run the rat race. You're constantly, in search of wealth and storing up things for yourself, and you're just constantly, he says, rushing about. And we feel that way. You don't want to run. You know why you don't want to run the rat race? Because even if you win, you're still a rat. Humans were not made to run around in the rat race. Would you agree that there are times where we can be so busy making a living that we forget to make a life? That absolutely is true, and that is why we have to stop filling our life with less important things. The greatest tragedy for most people is that they're too busy for God. And what is the antidote to that? The antidote is to just simply slow down and stop running. Stop constantly searching for what's next. And just pause a little bit. The famous philosopher Pascal said, all of man's problems come from his inability to sit still. I don't know what problems you have, but I know a lot of them could be solved if you would learn to just sit still. If you would learn to slow down. If you would learn to take a moment to focus on what the most important thing in your life is. We are often too hurried, which makes us too worried. And when we're too hurried and too worried, we just fill our lives with these less important things and we crowd out God. We are like those hosts. We don't have an empty space in our life. God could put a wonderful opportunity right in front of us, but we are way too busy. Our cup is overflowing with busyness. We can't possibly make room for this thing that God has for us because we're filled up with these other things. We have no room.